Yeah, we were just like starting here, like in the middle of like an entertaining conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this show here, 6 Views, right? We've been valued on having really entertaining and captivating conversations. Yeah. You know, we had a few episodes, like we've had a lot of episodes now. You know, LB, Paris Richards, who else? Who? Tasha Mack. Yeah. I'm trying to think, even like in our back catalog. You know what I'm saying? But we like to have outside of the box conversations rather than just speaking to rappers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you know, with this being said, we have our guest in here today, very lovely lady.
Hi.
So we have Diana Atwaters in the building, right? So for you are like in the modeling game. You do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah. Right? And we were just talking about off camera, like when you Google yourself and stuff like that. Yeah. So, okay. I know when I Google myself, like a whole bunch of fucking music shit pops up and, you know, my criminal record, all kind of wild shit pops up, right? So for you, when you do a Google on yourself, what do you see?
Mostly like fan pages. So like I said, I saw that I was on Tumblr, on someone's Pinterest, YouTube, Reddit. I didn't see any porn, so that was good. So I'm like, okay, it's no Pornhub links. No Pornhub links. So I'm like, okay, that's a relief. But yeah, I mean, anyone who has social media, they're gonna have like their picture up somewhere. Like you can Google your own Facebook and it shows up, like shows your pictures in like the images section. It's just weird to see it, right? But
so you got fans that are making up pages for you behind your back, like, or not behind your back, but like unbeknownst to you, that you're like, oh my God, like this person has a whole bunch of followers on the strength of them being a fan of me. What is that like?
I mean, it's like a niche, I think. So like the one page was like big booty IG girls. So it had me and like a bunch of other girls that are on the gram. So I mean, I do take risky pictures, so it's gonna be circulating like for sure online. So I'm not surprised, but it's like it's flattering and it's also like weird that someone took their time and like either did a collage or like a video of a collection of pictures. So it's kind of.
And like they have like different categories of modeling and stuff like that, right? Like there's the fashion modeling, there's the runway models, and then like I guess there's like a new category that popped up over the years. People say IG models and stuff like that. So what category of model do you fall into?
I don't even like classify myself like as a model. I just say entertainer because I am like my kind of like spread out in all different places with it. Like I do fashion shoots. I shot with Can Boutique, which is a boutique in Toronto. I've done music videos. I've done promo for different Instagram companies. Yes. So I feel like when you have Instagram, like it's best to kind of, you know, spread yourself apart in every which way because there's opportunities everywhere. And I've had some of my best opportunities like in my life through Instagram. So I'm very blessed in that way that it's a free platform that like, opens so many doors for so many people. So
it's like having your own agent in your palm of your hand.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's your walking business card, and
wow, that's dope. That's dope. So is there modeling beef like between categories? Like the bony models have because I know there's like the full figure model category, or big booty model category, and there's all these different categories, right? Yeah. Like, do y'all have like category beef?
I think like people are very opinionated online. So there's like this whole thing that people are like anti-Instagram models, like, oh, you guys wouldn't be models if it wasn't for Instagram and all this stuff. But like it just so happened to be a platform where you showcase pictures, right? So the term would be model, I guess, if you're taking pictures and you're posting them online and stuff. But I wouldn't say there's like beef and stuff. I just think there's different categories and niches. There are true runway models that work for like high fashion. There's girls that mainly just work on IG.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I appreciate all of the aspects of modeling. Like I said, I don't like see myself like as a model and go on like I'm that. I just do what I do, and yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, for like the figure that you have, right? Like, what's your workout regimen?
Oh.
Or do like you have a workout regimen?
I love food, but yeah, I suck at cardio, but I like weights and stuff. But I won't lie, my body is done. So I had it done like 3 years ago. I had a BBL. I went to Columbia, so I did have some enhancements.
So before the like us dummies out here, like, what the hell's a BBL?
So essentially, it's a fat transfer from wherever you desire around your body. So I did my stomach and my back, and then they transfer that to this region to either sculpt you and give you like a full figure, full butt and stuff. I feel like it's like the trending surgery nowadays. Like everyone has the BBL. But yeah, it literally changed my life, and I think I've gained like 25 or 30 pounds since my surgery. Okay. So it keeps growing. But yeah, I go to the gym too, just because obviously I don't want my assets to sag and you know disperse.
So a lot of squats and stuff like that.
I love squats. I love leg day. Today I did a leg day, so on those days I like to eat a lot. But yeah, I don't drink alcohol. I drink a lot of water. I still wear like my waist trainer and stuff. So there are things that girls can do to help maintain their figure after surgery, or if they already have a nice figure, they things that they can do to maintain it.
Can we stay on that for a quick second, like the BBL thing? Like, are women doing it here in Canada, or is that something that you could only go out of town to do?
No, they have surgeons here in Canada. I recommend going outside Canada because our regulations are different here. So they can only take a certain amount of fat from your body here, whereas South America, they're a lot more aggressive. So like you can go in with like just a little bit of fat around your stomach and they will scrape you dry. And it's like the mecca of BBL. Like if you ever go to Colombia, the women there are Barbie dolls. There's plastic surgery clinics like everywhere you turn. There's billboards on buses for plastic surgery. Like it's such a predominant industry and surgery that it's crazy. And they have like stores that just sell like body compression things. I feel like there's only 2 doctors that really do it here, but I would tell girls, and it's much cheaper there too. So I think a BBL goes for like 15 grand here, Canadian. In Colombia, it's like 4,000 US.
Wow.
So it's like it's cut in half. Like you can get your whole body done for the price you pay here in Colombia, like head to toe.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
from like even from the perspective of us men, we're like clueless to this type of stuff, right? Of even like the price ranges and stuff like that, right? Like, so 15,000 is what the average is what people
here
are spending
in Canada. Yeah.
Wow.
Even in Miami, like it's like 3,000-4,000. You know, and for girls who are in the game who are dancing, that's like 1, maybe 2 nights of work. So over the weekend, you can go get your body done. And when I work in the States, it's like everybody has their body done, like head to toe. It's so, it's crazy.
So when you first got, when you got your body done the first time, what was the first reaction when you first? Well, how long does the recovery take before we even go there?
So the aftercare, I would say, is the most high maintenance out of any surgery, because it's not the surgery that's the most important. It's the aftercare. So you have to go for lymphatic massages. You have to abstain from sitting on your butt. You can't wear jeans. You can't have sex.
How do you not sit on your butt?
You have to buy like this. It's called a booty pillow.
Okay.
And it rests underneath your legs, so your ass never really touches like your chair or your car seat. You sleep on your stomach.
Wow.
You can't have sex. You can't go to the gym for 3 months. You can't wear jeans for like 3 months. So, and to prevent like swelling and any deformities, you have to go for like lymphatic massages, were hella expensive. I think I paid like just as amount for my massages as I did for my surgery. It's crazy.
Wow.
So I tell girls who are like wanting to do it, I'm like, you need to like stick to the maintenance after. Otherwise, your body goes back to how it was, or you get like lumps, or you see those girls who have like insane butts and like weird, deformed stomachs because they didn't like take care of themselves after the surgery.
So even before I get to that question, because like every time you speak and give me an answer, it sparks other questions in my brain.
Yeah.
What's one of the worst deformities that you've ever seen?
I'd say in terms of that surgery or that area, I've seen girls get like butt shots. So like this club I work at in like Detroit, there's a couple girls that went the illegal route or the non-conventional way to get their ass done. So they did like these illegal shots, and like their butts are like hanging off of them. It looks like Play-Doh that's melted.
Wow.
And they have to wear like shorts at the club to keep it like sitting upright,
To keep everything together.
or these like gigantic tattoos on their asses to cover like the marble bruising that's like permanent. And I overheard like one girl saying that it's like $20,000 to remove it, and it's like potential, it's like she might die too, because it's like going into her skin and it's in her liver, and it's just so much complications with the shots. So yeah, I would never recommend doing the ass shots.
I've heard Cardi B talking about like if she tries to get her shots removed or like her implants removed, that she may die. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she said that in a Vlad interview.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I know some girls who have it too, and they're fine. But I'm scared of like what could happen. So I'd rather just done the surgery than the shots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And okay, so let me get to the question that I actually had, right? And none of these questions are on my page. Like, I haven't even gotten to my page questions yet.
It's a whole lot of ass talk.
It's like, because people watch, and you've been in music videos and different things like that, right? And they see you, but they never get to hear women what y'all got to say.
Yeah.
Right? And how you feel about the different things that are going on and what we see, right? So like when you first got your body done, what was the reaction like from guys?
I mean, the first thing I did is I went and did a photo shoot with This Is Imes. I think everyone on Instagram knows who he is by now. He shot like every single Instagram model out there. My page like blew up. I never had so much opportunity come my way, and it was literally my ass. Like I went to Miami. I had an agent there for a little bit. I shot with some of the top photographers there. So I went from like 10,000 followers to like 50,000 in like a matter of months.
Wow.
And my page just kept growing. I just kept getting like messages, and like I think my first year, I think I might have done like 20 music videos, like no lie. I was doing them like on a weekend. Like it was crazy. Yeah. So I've done a lot of music videos in this city. So, and it's all thanks to,
Thanks to the booty. Wow.
Dr. Plazas in Columbia.
So give me a list of some of the music videos you've been in.
Oh God, there's so many that I've honestly forgotten, but like No Joke Jigsaw, I've done Young Wave.
That's you in a
Solo,
No Joke Jigsaw video.
I've done Solo, he was just here.
Big up Solo.
Top 5. Oh God, there's so many. Yeah, I can't even remember all their names, but they're
Wow.
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so let's go back a little bit and get a little bit of history from you, right? I seen even when I was on your Instagram, you help out, or you're an ambassador for Elva Beauty Bar, an academy in Stony Creek. Yeah. Right. So, are you from Hamilton, or that?
Originally, yeah. Okay. So I just moved back last year. I was in Toronto from when I was like 17 up until last year. So there right now, I'm traveling a lot for work, so I don't know where I want to live permanently. Yeah. So, and Toronto's getting ridiculous, like with the prices. Like I'm not home, so for me to spend like $2,000 to go home and sleep at night, it does not make sense to me. So, and it's only going up. So I'm like, do I want to live in Toronto? Do I want to just take all my stuff and move to the States? Like I just haven't made that decision. So I'm just going with the flow for now. So yeah, Hamilton's where I'm at.
So is that where you grew up when you were a kid?
Yeah.
So what was life like for you in Hamilton? Because I know Hamilton is like, it's like a mix. So it's a small town, but it's
boring. There's no opportunity, honestly. Like I have my little 9 to 5 there, and I'm like a Hamilton hermit right now because it's winter time. But until Toronto, it's starts getting popping and the weather starts getting nice, it's where I'm going to be. But it is so boring. I'm not going to lie to you. There's nothing to do. I don't party there. I don't do anything.
Yeah, and you know, from also what I was seeing, you're the Polish princess, right?
Oh God, yeah.
AKA the Polish princess, right? So like, are your parents from Poland?
I was born there, but I came here when I was like 2. So
Okay.
Pretty much Canadian. Well, I am Canadian, but yeah.
Well, yeah, you're Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian, European, whatever it is.
And how many brothers and sisters in the home?
I have an older brother. He lives in South Korea, and then I have 2 little sisters. So,
what was life like with the 4 of y'all, and just coming from Poland, living in Hamilton?
Well, my parents are still pretty foreign, so English is like my second language because both my parents didn't know how to speak English when we got here. But I mean, it wasn't any different than like any other kid. It was just the same kind of upbringing, but I'm still like, we still have like our own traditions from back home. I haven't been there since I was like 6. Since like 19, I won't disclose my age, but it's been a while. But I never liked Hamilton. Like even growing up, I'd have like visions about like running away and like living in Toronto. And then when I was like a teenager and I was bad, I would take the GO bus to Scarborough and to Toronto and like hang out with friends and guys I shouldn't have been hanging out with. So I was always destined to be in Toronto, like from my point of view. But
So you're, I guess you weren't an introvert kid then. You said you were bad.
I was an introvert up until like maybe grade 10, and then I started acting out. Like I literally was a nerd. I took piano. I was like the oldest daughter, so I took care of my sisters. Okay. I was good grades, everything like, you know, textbook, good kid should be. And then I don't know what happened. I just turned bad. I got a tattoo when I was 16. I pierced my own belly button. I pierced my nose. I started cutting class. And back then we had dial a bottle. So we could get those magnums of like Maxim Ice, like that nasty beer. And I would drink it. And it was just bad.
So craziest teenage moment you've had?
Oh God. There's so many. I was bad. I did Molly. I think I took a cap of like moonshine and I blacked out and I woke up and I was in my house and my mom was like, what the fuck? Like, it's a school night. I remember she turned on the lights and she's like, you have to go to school. I'm like, no. And I think I sprained my ankle. I don't even know what happened, but it was not good. And like, I used to like go to the mall with my friends and like go pick up guys or like go talk to any group of guys. Like I just had balls. Like I didn't care. And,
Just pissing your parents off.
Yeah, I did everything that I could possibly do to piss off my parents, like specifically my mom. But it was because of me. Like my sisters had a little bit easier because like my mom learned the hard way from me. Like I said, I left my house when I was like 17, so my mom was like kind of upset. But I just couldn't be there. Like I needed to break free and do my own thing, and I learned a lot and I learned fast. So
that usually happens.
It usually happens when you leave home like really young. So
I think that's something that, you know what, I'm actually having an epiphany right now as we're doing this interview, that a lot of my guests and I have in common. That from like 17, 15, around that time, we just started saying, you know, I'm off of this. Yeah. And no matter how good our parents were, we're just like, I want to go do some other shit. Right? Yeah. So like at 17, what was life like when you started living on your own?
I think I was always pretty like independent. Like I started working when I was like 14 or 15. I had like my first job was Tim Hortons. So I was already making money on my own. I just had like all these visions for myself. Like I wanted to make a lot of money. And I was like in a group of like people that were doing like bad things, and I got in the mix, and then I started dancing, and it was just like from there the rest is history. Like my whole life just changed after I left Hamilton.
So even with what you just mentioned with dancing, right? We had an interview with Tasha Mack, and she said that she started from when she was, what age? 14, right? That's so crazy. What age did you start dancing at?
I think it was like a month before my 18th birthday.
Okay.
I was like 17 years old. I had no clue what it is. I've never even been to a strip club in my life. I've never even seen strippers, nothing.
Really?
Yeah. So I think my first club I worked at was Cannonball. If anyone knows.
Oh, shout out Cannonball. West Side.
Yeah, and then from there I worked like all across Ontario. I worked in Ottawa. I worked in every single bar there was, but the game was like so different back then than how it is now. So
yeah. What was your first night like?
I think I took like 3 tequila shots, and I think I just went and did my thing. I had no clue what I was doing. I don't even know if I was giving lap dances or if I was just talking. But I came home with money that night. I don't even remember the exact amount. It was enough for me to be like, yes, this is it. This is what I'm doing. But yeah, it was addictive. Like the most money I've seen since I was like ever. Coming from like little square jobs and then having that much money in your pocket at that age.
Well, fucking compared to Timmy's.
And back then the minimum wage was like what, $9, maybe $10. Like it was not a lot.
Super low. Yeah.
Super low. So I was like, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Like.
Wow. So even like inside of that world, right? Like while you're navigating through that world, what's some of the crazier things that you've seen?
Oh my God. I think I've seen it all. I always tell people if I could write a book on everything I've seen and been through, it's crazy. Like every life experience, like death, drug addiction, prostitution, pimping.
You saw somebody die in the club?
I've not seen someone die, but I've worked with people and they're there that day and the next day they're not. And it's usually like drug overdose or murder, suicide, like it's rough. It's like it's a good industry, but it's also a dark industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like everything it's crazy.
You know, it reminds me of a story because like I used to be around the game a lot back in the days, like early 2000s, like way past the statute of limitations.
Okay.
for myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For what I used to be in the club, you know, hustling and, you know, moving my little work around, you know what I'm saying? And a girl told me one time that she collapsed on the stage, right? She was doing, this girl used to do coke, mad ecstasy, because this is like the ecstasy days, right?
Yeah.
What's one of the craziest overdose type of episodes you ever seen in the club?
Probably a girl who did like K. And she was just like moving in slow motion. All of a sudden she just like, collapsed in the change room. She had foam coming out of her mouth. She was just like convulsing. And I was just like, this is not like, I don't know what she was on, but it's scary to see people like that. And you see like the gradual progression of the drugs take over. Like I remember working with this one girl and I was like, oh my God, this girl's so pretty. And then by like month 8, month 9, she had like a couple less teeth. Her skin started looking like shit. Her hair wasn't done. She's itching and scratching, and I'm just like, this girl is addicted to something strong.
Wow.
And I was just like, it's so sad. And then it can really suck you in and really take over your life. So it's sad to see that, but it comes with the industry. Like,
yeah. How do you stay focused?
Well, I used to drink. I stopped drinking like 2 years ago, but it's hard. I mean, now that I don't drink and I'm still working at clubs sometimes, it's different. You start to notice things like a lot more. You're more aware of your surroundings, which I like better. But sometimes it takes a little bit more patience, especially when you're talking to guys who are like drunk and you're like, yeah, this is annoying. Or you're talking to girls who are like gone and you're just, I can't relate. But like you appreciate it. Like I was there before, so I understand it. So I know a lot of girls have to drink on the job, and I mean that's sometimes what you got to do to tolerate it. Yeah. But it's definitely different not doing it.
So even to turn that question around, with some of the crazier things that you've seen of girls ODing in the club, what's one of the craziest things that happened to you ODing in the club?
Oh God. Oh Lord. It might have happened like outside the club. I used to have, well, not me, but like me and my friends used to have like these crazy house parties. I've done like cocaine up my butt. Like I've
cocaine up your butt?
Up my butt.
Woo.
First of all, it feels fantastic. it's probably the best way to get high because it goes like straight through your bloodstream. Straight through your bloodstream.
Yeah.
And if I don't know if you guys watched Wolf on Wall Street, there's actually a scene where he's shooting like coke in this girl's ass, or she's doing it to him or something. But it's been around for a while, and I think someone must have said it, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, cut up some straws. And I think like I got so lit that night. I woke up and there was like 100 like cut up straws all around my house, and I was like, this is disgusting. I hope everyone used fresh straws. But I used to be like super lit. I used to just very free spirited and do whatever, and I was down for anything. And it was just like, I don't regret it because I had a lot of fun memories, but thankfully nothing bad has happened. Like I never got rushed to the hospital or anything bad like that. Just like super duper crazy hangovers. Like, no, not doing that again. Seeing videos of myself like punching my guy friend or just acting bad.
No, listen, I understand exactly where you're coming from. I haven't drank since 2010.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I used to be crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Holy shit, yeah, a decade. Yeah, February's gonna make a decade. Right? So I totally can relate to having crazy times and like, you know, having to get away from that type of, you know, and clear your head and start focusing.
Yeah.
All right. So as well as, you know, through my research, I see the OnlyFans. Okay, that's the new wave. You know, I've been seeing that on a lot of different Instagram pages, right? And I clicked on it for the first time. This is the first time I've ever clicked on an OnlyFans, all right? And it's not like, you know, I'm trying to be like, oh my God, that's just a taboo thing to do, because it's a thing, right? And I seen $12.99 per month USD and $35 for 3 months, right? So what do people get when they actually click on that and put their credit card through there?
I mean, they're not going to know until they sign up. we can't, you know, I can't reveal that stuff. I mean, you're going to see things that I don't post on Instagram and things that I'd be showing you if you're my boyfriend, you know, like day-to-day videos and really cute outfits and stuff like that. But you won't know until you sign up. So but yeah, it's definitely the new wave. And actually, I'm under Jenna Shea's referral program. I don't know if you know who she is. Jenna Shea? Yeah, no. She's like the GOAT. She's like the biggest. She's like a worldwide finesser. She's been in this game for a while. But so she's kind of like my mentor right now in terms of that industry, because it's crazy. Like I see girls making like 20-30K a month at home. And I'm like, it doesn't even make sense to go to a club right now when you have like, especially if you have a large following off Instagram. So I saw it and I took the opportunity, and I'm like, I should monetize this because my followers, I think I have like 94% are male. So I'm like, okay, like let's find a market for me to make money through, and OnlyFans was probably the most lucrative, I think. So yeah, it's crazy.
So wow, it's such a crazy world. And I've been watching a lot of different interviews. Shout out to Adam22. He's been interviewing a lot of different women who are doing that, right? So what's the average amount of money that I want to dig in your pockets for a second, right? Like what's the amount of money that you're making off of that per month? Like how many people are signing up for per month, let's say? I think
I've been on it for like a good month now. I have like 20 guys, but I know girls that have like hundreds of guys. That's crazy. Yeah. It's also like the quality of guys that are on there. So I have a couple guys that are on there that are helping me out a lot. So it's like dancing though, to be honest. So you can go to the club one night and not make anything, and then another night you can make like $1,000. So it really depends on a lot of things. But
what's the most you ever seen somebody else make?
Like I said, I know girls that are on Instagram that are making $20,000-$30,000 a month.
A month, eh?
A month. So like, and doing other things with that money, like being smart, like investing and stuff. So it's definitely like something I plan on doing for a little bit. And yeah,
you see rappers back there? Do rappers be signing up for that stuff?
I don't know. So the thing with OnlyFans is it's very private.
Okay.
So when you sign up, or whoever signs up, you don't have to like post pictures if you're a customer or if you're a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I sometimes don't even know who's on the other end of it.
Okay.
And so I'm always like weary. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah.
But I remember when I had like another OnlyFans last year that I deleted, I had someone sign up for that was in my gym.
Interesting.
And he was like, you look so good today in those red tights. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
That's
like,
creepy.
So I started going to the gym and I was paranoid. I'm like, who is this person? It could be any one of these guys. And back at that time, I was going to LA Fitness in Mississauga.
Okay.
It's a huge gym. It's mainly males that go there. And I'm like, this could be any one of these guys. You know, they're lurking. I don't know who it could be, right?
Yeah.
And then for a bit, I had Canada, like, banned from my thing because I was getting paranoid. Like, he was just writing me all these weird things. And I was just like... then he had like this like foot fetish thing happening and was asking me questions about my feet, and I was just getting weirded out because I'm like, now this guy's watching my feet in the gym, so he must have saw like my foot size or something. He's like, he had really cute small feet, and I'm like, how the hell do you know that?
That's creepy.
Yeah. So at the same time, it can be a little like
yeah, you probably
creepy.
go through that though. Like,
yeah, there's some
there's some
different
stalker?
like fetishes that I didn't know about until like I signed up on. I thought like dancing, I've seen it all, but like online is worse.
People ask for some wild shit.
Wild stuff because you can't see them, so there's no way for me to judge or know who it is. So they're out there with their requests.
Wildest request.
I actually did it. So I had a guy who had a spit fetish, and he wanted me to mail out vials of my spit.
Wow.
And I was like, what did he want to do with it? Like, drink it? I don't know. So I think I sent him like 4 or 5 vials.
Sick.
And he wanted a video of me doing it. And I was just, I think I had dry mouth and I was just running out. And I was like, the vial's not even that big. It's just like this, like a little tube. And I'm like, how am I supposed to fill this up? So that was like kind of weird for me. And I always think like, what did he do with my spit? Like, there's a lot of spit in those vials.
Wow.
So, he's probably going to watch this interview, but it's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
I appreciate him. He was a good fan.
Yeah. He's a supporter.
Yeah, he was a supporter.
You know what I'm saying? And even with that, right, it gets kind of shady because I know in the stripping game, right, there's a lot of pimping and stuff like that, right? But I've heard that in the OnlyFans game, that happens too. So do you see that?
No, not at all. I find that weird. How can you pimp someone who's doing stuff online? Unless you are with that guy already and he wants to take that money, but that doesn't make sense.
No, you never. No. Well,
that's just silly.
As I continue to interview women from that scene, because I've heard this in other interviews. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing. So look out for that. You know what I mean? So, okay, let's switch gears a little bit, right? When you're like walking down the street, you get all done up. You're all you're feeling yourself, right? Now, a guy walks up to you. What does he have to say in order to get Diana's number?
Oh my God.
like what works?
I think the best way to break the barriers is like say something funny. I hate when guys are stupid and like come up to you and like, hey, excuse me, miss, like just ask you a stupid question that has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
Like I remember I had a guy in the gym ask me, he's like, hey, do you mind like spotting me? And I'm like, out of everyone in this whole entire gym, you asked the girl to come spot you. And I was just like, I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, no, thank you. Like I just came to work by myself. But I would write, like, I like guys that are direct, but not like overly like hovering aggressive and saying like inappropriate things. But it depends on the mood I'm in too. Sometimes I just do not want to be spoken to and I'm like, nah. But I learned to be a little bit more nicer because, you never know what people are like going through. And, it does take balls to go up to a girl and like strike a conversation. So I try not to like brush them off and be like, no, just like, no, thank you. I'm good. Or I have a boyfriend and stuff. But I like guys that are funny. I think sense of humor is like important. So probably say something funny and then that'd probably like break the ice, you know? I think that probably worked with like a lot of girls. So
what's the worst thing that you've ever fucking heard? Like, oh my God, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, or do better.
Oh God. I can't even think. But probably sometime I'm in the club and you get the guys that are like that with the Toronto slang, like, yo fam, can you come say hi to me, come to my booth? I'm like, really? That's the best you could say right now? Like, or you're not gonna come say hi to me? Or just like the entitled guy, like they feel like, you know, you need to be talking to them and they feel such a ways if you don't. It's just like, I don't need to talk to you, or, you know, your approach obviously sucked. So yeah, do better.
You know, it actually brought me to my next question because like you are back and forth from Toronto from when you were young, right? So like enough Toronto guys have probably tried to step to you over the years, right? And you've heard every Toronto slang thrown at you. Right? So what's one of the most craziest, or one of the things that a Toronto man has said to you to try to get at you that it's got under your skin?
Oh my God. I don't know. I honestly haven't spoken to a Toronto guy in like, it's gotta been like 2-3 years now. Like I just haven't. But
like the man,
I like around like Carabana and you get those like fresh tea guys like, yo white girl, and I'm just like, oh wow, like thanks. Or big body girl, I'm like, oh my God. So probably something like that, sort of like aggressor, and you're just like, holy shit, like or like they come and like pull your arm and I'm like, oh man, that's the one thing I don't like, is like the guys that like pull or try to rip your arm out just for you to come over, and I'm like, it doesn't need to be like that, you know, you could just use your words, right? But yeah, stuff like that, I'm just like, and they get so rude, like start kissing their teeth and you'll fuck your mom, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. Like it's just
you a bitch anyway.
Yeah, bitch anyway. You ain't nothing anyways. I'm like, okay. But,
oh man, you know what? While you're saying that, I wish I could just put, you know, I still could put message under the screen, just we
could just edit that in.
Like, like just so that guys would be like, okay, I did that.
We don't like to be grabbed ever.
Somebody at home's like, that doesn't work for.
I always sometimes like ask guys, I'm like, does this work for you? Has this ever worked for you when you approach a girl and you grab her arm? You're like, yo, shorty, come here. And has that like work? I just want to know, because it's just it's crazy to me that that's how some guys like approach women. But
hey, if they're trying it, to me, it's worked on somebody. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see the world. If somebody's doing something crazy, it's worked on somebody before. Yeah. You know what I mean? How do you get your social so popping? Has it just been since like the post-surgery, like it's gotten popping? Because you said you were at 90,000, but now you're like at 137,000.
176, yeah.
176. Yeah. See, my numeric dyslexia is kicking in, but 176,000. So how do you get it so popping or keep it so popping?
If I could get up right now, I'd show you. But I think like when you take photos, there are some like tricks that you could do to get your engagement. And this is before Instagram did all that stupid stuff with like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's engagement is low and it's not chronological order. Yeah. And they have the IG stories now. So a lot of people just post IG stories. They don't really do IG posts. Right. But when I was shooting with like Imes and stuff, like he would post me and then I'd post a picture. And then all these fan pages that like showcase Instagram models would post me. And there's like hashtags you can use to like help grow your Instagram. I was tagging pages that have like 500, 600, 700,000 followers that will repost your pictures if you're a model or in some type of like entertainment industry. Right. So I did that, and I've been naked online, so that's gonna help too.
Yeah, people flock to the. Do you like charge for reposts and stuff like that?
I don't, but there are pages or there are girls that will charge a fee for you to post them. But it's worth it if you're really serious about growing your Instagram and stuff. So like some of the big, like Jenna Shea, she's got a couple million, so she's definitely gonna charge because that's her market. That's how she makes her money, right? So I have people messaging me about doing like shout outs and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely worth it to
you should
to do that.
You should do it, because like even us with our platform,
I do charge, like, especially when guys hit me and they're like, oh, can you post this video of you twerking in my song? And I'm like, well, I'm gonna charge for it, because, you know, it's not gonna do much for me. But yeah, definitely, it's like it's my business, right? It's how I make my money is through Instagram. So definitely, use it for that.
No, definitely, it's to me, it's, if you're monetizing your platform, it's better than just like posting a bunch of pictures and just doing it for attention and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us will get caught up in that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even with the modeling, and you've gone all different types of places for modeling gigs and stuff, right? There's a lot of different things that have popped up in the news over the last few years, especially with Harvey Weinstein, you know, the old movie producer who ended up in the news for, you know, groping women and all types of crazy shit, right? For them to be able to get the job and all types of stuff, right? It created the whole hashtag Me Too, right? Because women are like, it happened to me too, right? So with you being in this modeling game and being an attractive woman, have you ever been in those situations, like a Me Too situation? You're trying to do something professional, it's business, but dude that you got to is just flip the whole script.
Not to a severe extent, but there are guys and photographers that kind of say things or act a certain way that make you feel uncomfortable, but you have to be stern or, you know, smart with those type of situations. Like, I'm a bitch sometimes, so I just don't even entertain like comments like that. And then I just don't work with that person again. But I've heard, and there was some photographers in Toronto that actually were outed out by different models for putting them in that situation, and it's unfortunate. And I don't know why they would even want to do that when it's such a lucrative business, like to be a photographer and model. Like, why would you want to ruin your reputation like that? You know, these girls, all they got to do is tag you and make that post, and then a bunch of other girls are gonna come on and say, you know what, it happened to me too. So it's really, I don't know, it's unfortunate it happens, but it comes with the territory.
Oh, definitely.
You know, you're seeing guys in like the worst environments, right? So they're drinking or smoking. You tend to be like half naked when you're shooting, so they're gonna, you know, get excited, and they're not in like the right state of mind sometimes. So they're gonna try some stuff or try to say stuff.
Men to try to run a thing.
They're trying to run a thing and stuff, but you just gotta be firm. And from the start, from the moment that conversation initiates, like I find some people are like flirtatious and stuff when, you know, coming at a girl for business, and then I just keep it business and try not to entertain that, because then it starts off on the wrong foot and gives the person the wrong impression. So
have you seen what you know, back to even referencing back to Natasha Mack, right? Or Tasha Mack, right? She was saying like dick is currency now. So, for example, in music videos...
Something Tasha Mack would say. I worked with her before.
You worked with her on a music video shoot and stuff like that?
No, like, we worked events before, like stripper events. So she's super cool. I love her.
Yeah, so she was saying that, like, on video shoots, because you're like, you keep it business, right? Some girls would do a shoot just to be on the scene, just for the clout. You know,
Yeah, I don't know why.
Have you seen stuff like this?
Not that I can recall, but I'm sure it happens, right? Like, I have guys trying to message me, and they think that I'm gonna come down and get ready and, you know, put gas in my car to drive there and just be in your video because it's you. The song, you think the song's lit and stuff. And I'm just like, this doesn't even make sense. This is supposed to be a business transaction. You're coming at me and you're asking, you know, for my time and for my business, and you're not wanting to compensate me. It doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not going to get anything out of it. You are. You're going to get footage and pictures and videos in my time, and I get nothing. So
your video is going to look super lit.
And I just don't know why girls would even do that and sell themselves short like that when you can get paid. So you should be getting paid. It's work. You're going to work on someone's set and do a video, and most of the time it's like twerking or lingerie. You know, it's usually the same sort of concept. So like, why would you want? And then it gets played on YouTube. And I actually remember, like, a couple times working in a strip club or the clubs that I work at, like the events, and guys coming in with a camera crew, and they're just thinking they're gonna just start shooting. And I'm like, whoa, what is this? This is a nightclub too. Like you're coming in and you're taking away like parts of the club, like space of the club, and then you're thinking you're gonna come shoot us for free, and they're trying to literally like send a cameraman to wherever we are and like start shooting. And me and my girls, we just literally stand like this, and we're like screw face, like no, you gotta spend some money, you gotta throw money, like you gotta respect us, like we're half naked, you're about to post this on your Instagram, your homeboy's about to post this on his Instagram, it's gonna go on YouTube, wherever else, TikTok now, like everything, right? So
you must deal, and you know, last couple of questions, right? You must deal with a lot of that stuff in the club, even besides the camera crew, just people pulling out their fucking phone.
Oh God, yeah. I think I've had people like in my ass crack, like videoing. Like I did Cash Day, so it was his birthday, and the stage was so small and it was elevated, so everyone was kind of like eye level with your ass. Right. Like, you know, you're on the floor doing your thing. Yeah. And I just turn around and I just see like these little young girls like, oh my God, you're so nice, you're so hot. And I'm like, oh God. Yeah. And the next day I get messages. They're like, I just saw like a video of you on my homegirl Snapchat. Your ass is all in her thing. I'm like, yeah, for sure. It happens.
That's crazy.
There's nothing you can do about it. These days, it's like everybody is the first to pull out their phone and take videos. It's crazy. You go to a nightclub and everyone's just taking videos. They're on their phone and just posting. And it gets annoying sometimes because you're just like, I just want to work and make my money. You're sweating, you know, like your outfits, your pum pum's in your outfit and your things hanging out. And you're like, I don't want no one to have this on their phone. Yeah. But yeah, it happens.
Crazy. That gets crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, last couple questions. You ever want to get into acting and stuff like that?
I have been approached for acting opportunities. Like there was a movie being shot in Detroit about drugs and strippers. Okay. I'm like super shy sometimes, so I'd have to like take small steps to get there, but it's definitely something I'd consider. Like I don't say no to stuff like that, but one of the first music videos I did was actually more like acting, more of like an acting role than the typical like ass shaking, but I do find it more fun. Yeah, you
get to pretend to be a whole different person.
Yeah, it's like you're performing in a different way. So it's a good change from twerking sometimes.
And even like in our conversation while you were going through all this stuff, we were talking about Instagram and cameras out and stuff like that. Did your parents like, because they're strict, did they know about what's going on with everything?
I think my mom knows I dance. I instantly blocked her on Instagram and everything. I've had my own family like unfollow me. So it comes with the territory, and like I hit them all up and I was just like, I'm sorry that you're seeing me this late. But it's something I want to do, and I'm doing the work that I gotta do, but it's not a forever thing. Like I want to move on and do other things, but I've had people I grew up with unfollow me, girls I went to school with unfollow me, and they're just like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this and putting yourself out there in this light and and all the shit. And I'm just like, you know, you're never gonna win, because there were periods of like in my life where I stopped dancing, and I went to college and I had a square job, and I was miserable. Like it just, I was doing it to make other people happy, and it's not what really what I wanted to do. And I was just like, now that I'm doing things and I have more opportunity, it's not making other people happy, but it's making me happy. So it's kind of like a lose-lose thing. But I always tell my family this isn't forever, and I have other aspirations. So just be patient, and I'm sorry you have to see this, but people can be mean, and like I've been outed to like my family about like certain posts I made, and it's people like I don't follow, or they're just like family friends, or people that know my family, and like, why would you take that time to make a fake page, because they're all blocked, and like go on my Instagram and go lurk my posts and then show my family? Like, it's just, you're being hurtful for no reason. Like, I'm not doing it to hurt them. I'm doing it, you know, I'm putting myself out there as much as I can to get those opportunities. That's what you have to do now, especially being a girl and being in this industry. That's how you're going to get seen, heard, you know, everything. So
so even for like moving forward for 2020, because we're like, this is early in the year, you know what I mean? This is going to be going out like really soon, right? What do you have for like the 2020 plan for?
Oh my God,
Diana
I have a lot. I'm a Virgo, so I'm always like, go, like, what's next? Like, we can't stay still. And I read my horoscope this year, and it said like, this is your year, like opportunities, like I'm just gonna do whatever comes my way. And I've always been like that. I don't know how people survive on one income.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in having multiple streams.
Yes.
So I have my, you know, my time and my money and different things. So yeah, I'm just gonna do what I do and work hard. That's all you can do, man. Life is hard and life is expensive. So, you know, you gotta work hard.
Yeah. I'm digging it. Yeah, Diana Atwater in the motherfucking building.
We love hip hop.
Yes. Listen, thank you so much, you know what I mean, for sharing with us, you know, just really entertaining and in-depth conversation, you know what I'm saying?
No problem.
Give the people your social medias and where to find you and stuff like that. Okay,
so my Instagram is Diana Atwaters. My Snapchat is, I got deleted, so I had to make a new one, Diana XO Private. My OnlyFans is Polish Princess XO. Subscribe. You won't regret it. I'm just new to Twitter, so Twitter is Diana XOXL, and I have a TikTok. I think it's Diana XOXL too, so...
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow me.
I'll show you how to tweet. You know
what I'm saying? I'll retweet. You know what I just retweet on there. I'm just like all about the retweets. But yeah. All right, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And thank you for my present. I'm waiting for those booty shorts. So, or the crop tops, what it is. Whatever it is, I'll take it.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.